often do you feel like your time and energy are being drained by things that truly do not serve you? What would happen if you reclaimed your time? Now, y'all know Auntie Maxine had told us about this. So many times, Black women are pulled in many directions: work, family, community, civic events. And this can lead to exhaustion and burnout. I have talked about in prior videos about me having to step away to just get myself back together, give myself some rest. And if I'm honest, I have to admit that it is difficult saying no, which doing everything for everyone can lead us into being overextended. And I have truly and totally been there, especially for me. I'm retired. So sometimes individuals, folks, they feel like, oh, she's retired. She doesn't have anything to do. I can just ask her to do it, or she's available, or what have you. And I have to put boundaries and say, no, I'm not going to be able to do that. No, this one is not going to work for me, what have you. And in fact, in my prior video, I talked about saying no. One of the things I wanted to do today is to encourage you to say yes to yourself. Prioritize your health, prioritize your joy and your well being over external demands. Now, I know some of us are mothers, some of us are wives, and we got to kind of balance that out. But I encourage you to strongly put yourself somewhere near the top three, something, whether it's taking a nap, whether it's spending some time to just read your favorite book, whether it's just taking a bubble bath. Reclaiming time and energy, it allows space for growth, creativity, and rest. And we all need that. We all need our own space at some point. We need time just for ourselves. And as Black women, we don't we don't really give ourselves the time that we need a lot because so many things are pulling on us. As I mentioned earlier, many of us, particularly those of us who are Gen X's, which I am, we are considered the sandwich generation. We have aging parents, some of us, and some of us have children that we're caring for. Now, those children may not be babies, but we have responsibilities from generation prior, baby boomers, and even traditionalists. And then we have the generation that we are parents to. And I'll do a video on the different generations in the future. But the point I'm making is our time is valuable and our time is being pulled and stretched in every which way. So reclaiming our time is essential to our well being. And one of the ways we can do this is by setting boundaries, determining what things are going to impact our lives, our time. We need to schedule a personal time. Again, like I said earlier, if it's just 5 minutes, if that's all you can spare and you need to just get away. I remember when the girls were little, they were little bitty things. One of my times to get away between working and going to school and being a single mom raising my two babies was I would go in the bathroom, girl, and I just sit there. Now the babies would be at the door with their fingers under the door saying, "Mommy, you done yet?" And I just act like I didn't hear them. Just for about 5 or 10 minutes. That's all I needed. I just needed some time to regroup. And that's what I did. The other thing is learning to delegate. That is so important. It's one of the things that I didn't do well when it came to the girls. Some things I delegated, but a lot of things I just did myself. But I think that delegating, like the housework, a lot of times as women, we deal with guilt. We think we're supposed to do it all and be superwoman and not need help. But it's okay to delegate. I delegated it when I was a manager at work, but for some reason I didn't delegate when I got home. In fact, my brother would say, "Why don't you have them do A, B, C, and D?" And I didn't do it. I think it was a lot of guilt, which is why I think a lot of times as Black women, we are overextended. We feel guilty and we feel like we should be there. We should do this. We should say yes. We should not say no. But I'm saying Sometimes we need to say yes to ourselves. It's important to get rest and to do restorative activities. And for me, a restorative activity was reading a good book or even just I enjoy hearing the birds sing outside my window. So just lying in my bed, I know when the girls were young, on Saturday mornings, that was my favorite time of the week was Saturday early mornings. I would open my window and just listen to the birds sing and chirp and all that. The girls would still be asleep and I would just lay there for maybe an hour. And it was a time I didn't know it then, but now I know what that was. I was restoring myself. I was preparing myself. I was filling myself up. So think of some creative things that you can do to restore your soul, restore your spirit. Okay. We talk about restoring our bodies, resting and sleeping, but we restore ourselves mentally, emotionally as well. I challenge you this week to identify one thing you've been overcommitting to and choose to step back from it. Okay. Use that time for yourself, whether it's to rest, whether it's a hobby, or simply to recharge. Share in the comments how you're reclaiming your time and energy. You remember what Auntie Maxine said? I'm reclaiming my time. This video was brought to you by My Mama Wealthy. Girl, reclaim your time. And while you're doing it, check out those two videos on the screen. They might be helpful. Talk soon. Bye.